Not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And here I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hat into the ring when it comes to this gender war, this big kerfuffle that we're dealing with right here about Miss Archduchess and things of that nature. Now, Miss Archduchess, as I like to call her, Double Dutch, because she's two-faced. You know, I'm like, her credibility has been shot a long time ago. Back when her and Euphoric Impact had a little back and forth, which he annihilated her. You know, I'm like, she does not have any legs to stand on at this point. I can't believe that people are actually watching her videos and taking her seriously. You know, that's the thing. I'm like, she got that shaky ass voice. I'm like, she talks like someone has a gun to the back of her head. You know, I can understand my voice don't have a whole lot of bass in it. You know, it's not very, it doesn't have a whole lot of baritone in it. But her voice is like, I'm like, come on now. I know this is just, I know this is frivolous. But Miss Archduchess, Double Dutch, she pulled this stunt years ago. She made some sort of video talking about white women. No, white men and black females, and you know, and she used these stock photos. I'm like, you know, of you know, those same photos repeated that's always been circling around of black females with white men, and they're smiling. You know, the thing is, when people take pictures, you know, normally they look happy in those pictures. Like, you can have somebody who works a crummy job that they don't like. But if you take a picture of them at their workplace and in their work uniform, they're just smiling like they enjoy their present situation. You know, these stock, you can't just use these stock photos and be like, oh, they're happy because you see a black female and a white man smiling. We don't even know if they're in a fucking relationship. You know, we don't know what the situation is. But it goes into the childish mind of black people, and how blacks are kind of left in like a childlike state. You know what I'm saying? When you get mad at your counterpart there, and then you want to run to the arms of your your former slave master for solace, for comfort. You know what I mean? This is part of a grand design. This been going on. It didn't start with just social media of blacks being angry and so forth, you know, with black men with black females and black females with black men, and they say, I'm going to get me a white person, or the pastures have to be greener over there, you know, and so forth. So this is, you know, you would think that the logical thing for someone, the logical standpoint or practical reasoning would be like, hey, there's some fucked up black men, there's some fucked up black females, you know, and they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, exchange fire, you know, and just want to just fall into the arms, or feel that, you know what I'm saying, a better option is to fall into the arms of, you know what I'm saying, their former oppressor. You know, that's the thing. I'm like, and you know, but people aren't going to think like that. Why? Because it makes too much sense. You know, thing is, with the gender war, somebody's, you know what I mean, has to take all the blame. You know, so I don't believe that black females should take all the blame for the downfall of the black community, or black men should take the downfall, the complete downfall of the black community. You know what I mean? That's the thing. But no, you know what I'm saying, when people have this simple reasoning, you know, they're like, oh, they're all to blame. You know, like, well, you can't expect people to believe that black women are like these innocent Disney characters that have all this patience, you know, and perseverance, and they're willing to, and they want to try to help her, give black men a chance, or work with black men, and black men are these uneducated gimps. You know what I'm saying? They're like these this brutish ogres that's just, you know, and you know what I mean, and the black female is just like this abused, innocent person that's you know, that's just being misused by the black man, and that the white man, you know what I'm saying, who created this current conditions for us, you know what I mean, is like so valiant, you know, like this Romeo, like he's like, he knows chivalry and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying. But you know, a lot of people, you know, especially when it comes to this YouTube, this social media, you know what I'm saying, they let their emotions get the best of them. And there's nothing wrong with being emotional, as long as your emotions lead to logic. But some of these people, you know, their emotions lead them into a car wreck. You know, they just get, you know, when you make these videos, you can gravitate towards information that suits your narrative and reject information that runs contrary. You know, that's how it is. Now, when it comes to the black female, I'm like, let's be honest, a lot of black women love misogynistic behavior. They love misogynistic music. When I see a black female listening to Lil Wayne or these garbage ass rappers, you know, that's referring to females as nothing more than a piece of meat, as nothing more than a sexual carbon suit. Whose fault is that? Why are they listening to that music? Did some black men force them to listen to that? You know, and then when a black man, when black rappers, black artists make music bigging up black females, I hardly see any black women having any interest. I know they exist, but not out. You know, you don't see them out there in public like songs like Brown Skin Women by Talib Kweli and Mos Def, Me and the Papes by Jeru the Damager, Royalty by Gang Starr and Jodeci. You know, so I'm like, they may listen to some an R&B song that's kind of, you know what I mean, you know, just trying to strengthen the black women. I understand that, but when it comes to rap, you know, a lot of black women think that, hey, that's how it is, you know what I'm saying, it's misogynistic, you know, and so forth. But you're going to give more power to them when these same rappers are talking about date rape jobs and Molly and being promiscuous and with another man's female and things of that nature. And also let's look into it. A lot of black females, there's some truth to, you know, they say black women like thugs, but they'll say, oh, black men like ratchet women. Yeah, that's true. A lot of black men like ratchet women because they're easily accessible. And that's the thing. You know, some of these ratchet women just get, they get straight through it. You know, they get straight to it. You know what I mean? There's not much of a chase involved, if you know what I mean. But, you know what I mean, let's face it, so a lot of black women complain about these ogre type black men, you know, but these black men with this mentality, this kind of ignorant, like flat-foot mud walkers, yeah, you know, where, you know what I mean, with this horrible, you know what I'm saying, mind state, and just treat women like a piece of meat and this and that. A lot of black females like that mentality, or they're somehow drawn to that mentality, to the alpha male. And I'm like, this mentality for a lot of black men is working. It's not like they're doing this and they're like, oh, I can't find the female, you know what I'm saying, tonight or whatever. I'm like, some of these, I guess because of their mannerism, you know what I mean, and when they're just how they're just so forthright, you know what I mean, and just be like, bitch, come over here, bitch, do this. It's working for them. You know what I mean? It's not like they're like, oh man, I can't get a female on Saturday night. Maybe it's because of my attitude. Maybe it's because of I don't have a job. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to start treating females with a little bit more dignity. You know, and maybe they'll give me some play. No, you know, and it's and this isn't for all female. I don't want to put black women in a category, but they do exist. So the same mentality that black women say that I'll complain about and that white men will be better, that same mentality is landing these same black dudes a lot of women. You know, I'm like, when a dude has 4 or 5 baby mothers, I'm like, you should know what you're getting into. You know, and that's the thing. So at some point, people have to take some sort of accountability. Now, when it comes to the black women bashers, the Tommy Sotomayor, your Queasy or whatever that just rag on black women, that's the thing. And then for black women to turn around and say white man is a better option, look at how these black men bashing us. But with Tommy Sotomayor and Queasy, a lot of their fan bases, the fan base is white men, white people. So it's funny, I don't understand that, you know, here on YouTube, bootlicking is popular, you know what I mean? It's, you know, defending black people, you know, people just, you know, they like to see the bootlickers, you know what I mean? It's become almost like a popular, like a fucking carnival game, you know, like bobbing for apples, you know, bobbing for boots, you know, and that's the thing. So it's like, and also when Miss Archduchess or other females of that ilk, you know, pull these kind of stunts and makes a lot of people fall back and listen to Tommy and listen to Queasy and say, because they'll just look at all the clips Tommy does of black women doing all sorts of, you know what I'm saying, delinquent behavior. You know, doing shit and their man up, putting babies inside ovens and microwaves and toaster ovens and things of that nature. So therefore, the most practical standpoint is say, hey man, there's some good people and there's some fucked up people. I know I'm breaking it down very simple, but that's the best way you can look at it. You know, instead of putting the blame 100% on one person. And white supremacy is hovering over us and having a good cackle. You know, they're laughing, you know, at this foolishness and childish behavior. Now, I understand YouTube is definitely a very negative place. You know, some might make the argument that maybe black people should be banned from YouTube altogether. I sort of agree with that, even if that's me, even if I have to go with that. But there's places like, you know what I'm saying, there's certain Facebook pages, websites where like-minded black people have constructive conversations. YouTube is not really the place, you know, so you have to go there's pages that I'm part of that promotes black love, black unity, positive interactions, you know what I'm saying, instead of, you know, this all boys club or this freaking frat or this exchange fire between black women and black men, because it goes both ways. You know, and that's where I go to draw my inspiration, you know, and conversate with. I understand YouTube is filled with trolls, it's filled with racists, you know, I'm like bootlicking is a carnival game here, and people want to win the prize. I understand that. But all I'm asking people to do is properly observe their information. And you know what I'm saying, don't get all flustered and then run and make a video. That's all I want to say. Never stop learning.